Welcome to Pass Herbal Clinic and Research Laboratories, located inside the St. Benedictine Monastery, Ewu, the home of herbal medicine in Edo State, Nigeria, with the aim of providing alternative herbal medicine to the large number of people requiring medical treatment in the community where there was none. The center is situated on the hilltop of Ewu community, surrounded by vegetation, palm trees, and a serene nature suitable for the holistic healing and well-being of the human body. Pax Herbal Clinic is the foremost Nigeria alternative medicine manufacturing company, founded by Dr. Adodo Asem in 1996 at Ewu Monastery. From a very humble beginning, with a wooden clinic building housing book consultation room, storage, and administration, but which over the years has grown into a world-class center for herbal medicine and research laboratories, with students from all over Nigeria and other African countries visiting for research purposes.
Okay, my name is Dr. Ikpefan Emmanuel Oise. I'm the lecturer in charge and the acting head of department of the Department of Pharmacognosy and Traditional Medicine, Faculty of Pharmacy, Delta State University, Abraka. This visit is an annual visit. We normally come here every year to make our students feel more practical views of the area of traditional medicine. Here, they will learn more. Because we normally teach them the theory aspect of the course. So we feel them coming here, they will learn more on the practical aspects, like how the drugs are being produced and the process that are involved in the production of herbal medicine.
It was established as a Catholic Center for Scientific Cultivation, Promotion, Development, and proper utilization of African medicine, with the following objectives. 1. To serve as a center for genuine African holistic healing that blends the physical and the spiritual aspects of the human body. 2. To serve as a research center for scientific identification, conservation, utilization, and development of African medicinal plants. 3. To become a modern comprehensive healthcare center where the Western orthodox and traditional systems of healing are creatively blended. And to this effect, PAX has made unprecedented effort in correcting the negative attitude of African Christians towards African medicine and promoted a sense of pride in African medicine.
This is one of our consulting rooms, and what we do in PAX Herbal is that when a patient comes with complaints, different complaints based on the environment, mostly we have complaints of malaria, typhoid, diabetes, hypertension, a lot of cancer, an increase in cancer incidences now. So we guide them to try to find out the cause of the sickness. So we have a diagnostic laboratory here, well equipped, where we try to combine the orthodox method of diagnosis with the traditional way of diagnosis from counseling, so that we can arrive at a good judgment of what the problem is. Because we know that it's not just about physical medical causes. We have environmental causes, we have societal causes. So it's very important that we have this integral view of diseases.
The center adopted a science-based approach to its traditional African medicine brand of alternative medicine by establishing 3 sets of science laboratories.
Apart from the quality assurance of the Pax Herbal products, we are saddled with 4 major activities in research laboratory. Number 1, we are into compound isolation and purification. We all know the major difference between orthodox and herbal lies in the purity. As for orthodox, you can have a pure compound, say anti-malaria quinine, but in herbal, you can have thousands of constituents in one anti-malaria drug. So we can isolate and purify such compounds that are responsible for this anti-malaria activity. Secondly, we are into biological efficacy testing. Secondly, we do test the potency of our drug, say diabetic drug, for instance. We check whether it's still working as it's supposed to be. We do this by inducing diabetics in animal and try to treat such infected rats with our drug, and normally with a controlled drug anyway. Then we are into natural product purity tests. Natural products such as the honey, local gin, and things like that, because of the money that is involved, people tend to adulterate these products. So we try to check whether they are in their pure status or they have been adulterated. Then the number fourth thing, we are into drug discovery and development. If there is a claim, like people talking a lot of things about a plant, say this plant can do this plant can do that, research lab will be the first point of contact where such information will be directed to scrutinize such claim, whether it's genuine or it's just mere rumor. We do have some in vitro, in vivo assay that will enable us to know whether a plant is potent or is just a mere rumor. And we all know in the drug discovery, drug development, as per Herbal, a lot of things happen. You want to justify the ethnomedicinal claim that, for instance, dogoyaro. People know dogoyaro is an anti-malaria drug, and for us at Pax Herbal, we don't just go with such a claim like that. We have to bring that into the laboratory and fully scrutinize this claim. And the first thing you do when you are developing a drug is to first, you are sure of the safety. That's, you run a toxicology study, test this drug on rats and check the effect on liver, on the kidney, on lungs, on the heart, and these vital organs. If everything being equal, then you cannot proceed to the next level, which is to test whether this drug, it is safe now, but this drug, can it actually work for what the presenter acclaim? Say, for example, malaria. Can it actually cure malaria? Then you now go for the biological testing, and that's when you're going to induce the sickness, the malaria in this case. Now you're going to induce malaria, then you now treat the infected rats with your drug and alongside with a control drug. And if the results come out to be clean, then you can now say, oh, I have an anti-malaria drug, before you now go for finishing, packaging, and things like that. So
Pax Herbal is an authentic and fully indigenous exogenous enterprise that focuses on the scientific cultivation, identification, promotion, and development of African herbal medicine from a flourishing health and business enterprise within a local community. Pax Herbal is actively activating the local communities to become an integral community with a flourishing agribusiness, which allows all families in the local community to engage in profitable cultivation of foodstuff, medicinal plants, and other cash crops, which will turn the fortune of the village into an economic hub. Pax Herbal has grown over the years to become an international center of research in herbal medicine, where students from all over the world visit for research and scientific purpose.
All right. My name is Elizabeth, a student of Ondo State University of Science and Technology. And my stay here, I've been able to learn so many things about plants that are used for drugs, like the Atrophococas and Azadirachta indica, and so many other drugs. Sorry, plants that can be used to make herbal remedies. And also, I'm able to know so many things about the herbarium, even identify so many plants that I've not been able to do before. And also, it has also helped me to broaden my knowledge on different diversity of plant kingdoms and their various uses. So, PAX has been able to help me and also the community at large for sicknesses that even orthodox medicine can't cure. At least using herbal remedies, we can be able to cure them.
Herbal Clinic and Research Center Laboratories is one of the biggest, best equipped, best organized, and most modern research centers in Africa, with quality control, microbiology, diagnostic and drug formulation, laboratories that are comparable to any standard of laboratories in any part of the world, and with over 33 of them in herbal supplements, already listed by NAFDAC.
I'm Kingsley Ezenwa, Quality Control Personnel with Pass Herbal Clinic and Research Laboratories. In quality control, we undertake the quality control and the quality assurance of the product manufactured in this organization very high esteem, because the quality of every product manufactured by any organization is the image of the organization. So how do we do this? We ensure that the raw materials being supplied in this organization and the ones being harvested in our garden, they are being evaluated, and in a guided principle of good manufacturing practice, because that's the key point for every product that is expected of being of a high quality. We ensure that these materials are evaluated up to the point of the final production. By this, we are ensuring that not only that the products are of quality, but they are very much safe for human consumption. We do some microbial evaluations to ensure that the products are not in any way containing some pathogenic microorganisms like Escherichia coli, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, Salmonella, Shigella, and molds and yeast. These are the quality checks that are being done in this, in all of these are products, in order to ensure that all the products manufactured here are safe and of high quality.
Pax Herbalists have justifiably been described as a frontrunner of an emerging medical cultural revolution in Africa. Pax Herbal believes that the health of a human does not refer to just an absence of pain or diseases, but harmony of the body, the mind, and the spirit. Therefore, only an holistic approach to health and well-being can provide lasting solution to human sickness. We'll continue the journey by monitoring how the finished products interact with the society, the reactions as well as the counter-reactions.
Alhaji Abdulrasak Yusufuli Sesele Ojefo III, the Onojo of Ego. The St. Benedicta Monastery, as we are aware, is an offshoot of the Glasdine Abbey Monastery in Limerick, in Ireland, a place I have personally visited twice. The monastery came to Ego over 40 years ago. That was during the time of my grandfather, when he was the traditional ruler of Ego Kingdom. I've been on the throne now for over 23 years, close to 24 years. And the sighting of the monastery in Ego, or their coming to Ego, has been a blessing to this kingdom. There are a religious organization which we are all aware of, the Catholic faith. When they came to Egu, they came purely as a religious organization, as a monastery of the Saint Benedictine monastery. And over the years, they have transformed the place. And when I mean transformation in this sense, I mean in terms of economical and religiously and otherwise. They started with some produce or some products. I can say produce and product because they are both finished product and agricultural produce as well. You know, they have been able to transform the place into a tourist attraction that wherever you go to in this country and even beyond, the produce from St. Benedictine Monastery are about the best. They have this relationship with the community, a very cordial relationship with the community, with the palace, and with the people from Egu. I want to believe that is why, as far as I'm concerned, since I became the Onojo of Egu, and I think since they came to Egu, they've never had any confrontation with the community. We've never had any problem with them. They understand us. Egu Kingdom is a multi-religious organization. We have adherents of Islam, Christianity, and the African traditional worshippers. But we all cohabit in love. We live together. We love ourselves. And the monastery, when they came in, they practice what I will call, I don't know the term to use now, a situation where we are all brought in together. They don't discriminate. Whether you're a Christian, you are a Muslim, you are an African worshipper. You can go to the monastery, you see the workers. Some of them are even discriminated from outside Egu. Some of them are from Agbede, some are from Iroa, some are from Uromi. You know, it has been a blessing since they are coming to Egu, and we are happy with that. Though there are areas of improvement and all that, but we are generally, the community is happy. They have given out scholarship to people. They have given out grants to market women. They have given out a lot to the community. And I'm happy with them as the traditional ruler of Egu Kingdom.
And to this effect, we have pharmacovigilance centers located in the 3 major cities in Nigeria. We ensure that we maintain this connection with the soil, with nature, the community, the environment, with the people, and with science. The inability to maintain this connection is the main reason behind the crisis rocking the modern world.
Lots of people do ask, what is our model of business and enterprise? And the answer is yes, we have a model of a business and enterprise in Paksaba, and it is based on what I call the theory of communitalism, which we have described here. It is an African model of economic development where we try to conceive of an alternative to capitalism. Capitalism has done a lot of good in the world, but as we all know, it has a lot of weaknesses too. So how do we try to make up for the imbalances, the weaknesses of capitalism? So we came up with the theory of communitalism, which is that it is important to pay attention to the 4 dimensions of development. Community, what I call the spiritus, the spirit, the human spiritual consciousness, university, that is systems, technology, innovation, and then of course the economia, which is the importance of having good business practices that is not just focused on profit. The primary goal of profit is to benefit the human person first, not just to benefit the individual, a few people. As we're all aware, the world is so divided into the few rich and the majority poor. So in Paksaba, we believe that development must always go around in a circle and that we must never be stuck in one dimension.
Agnes, Ile Malu, Akpasa are from Ewu. For the past 25 years now, I've been with the monastery. It's where I train all my children, build my papa house, because I lost my father on time. Every good thing I do in my life is from monastery. I am still with them today. I'm still with them today, doing good thing in that place. They call me for good thing. Anytime they call me, I answer them for good thing. I answer them. They have never failed me, I've never failed them. I'm enjoying them in all ways. I give them the local gin, which we call ogogoro. They are using it to manufacture this thing. Their drugs, which the whole world is aware of it.
At Pax Herbal, we believe in the theory of communitalism, where interconnectedness of knowledge and action states that knowledge is only complete and liberating when it is a combination of Pax Natural, Pax Spiritus, Pax Scienta, and Pax Economia.
I am Michael Asogwa. I am in charge of supply. I'm in charge of the raw materials as well. I have been with the Pax Herbal since the beginning. And by God's grace, I continue working with them because it gives me a sort of joy. It makes me to realize that the earth is our common place. And the candle loses nothing in lighting others. And I follow the slogans of Pax, bringing health closer to the people. Seeing the joy of the people that supplies the raw material. We get the raw materials, and then from the raw material we transform it into a finished good. And from the finished good, we send it out through the distributors. Our lorry goes out at least to different parts of the country. We go to Enugu, we go to Aba, we go to Port Harcourt, we cover Owerri, we cover Onitsha, we cover Umuahia, Orlu, and all these southern zones. We have a depot in all these places. We supply them with our lorries. First week, we go to the east. Second week, we go to the western part, covering Lagos and Akure, Ibadan, Ekiti. Then the third week, we go to the north, covering Abuja, Minna, Lokoja. Then the fourth week, we supply the Benin, where we are. We create joy to the family. As they put it in Pidgin English, we put food on the table of those who don't have. For example, at this present moment, those in primary school are on holidays, and it's all of them join their parents to go to farm. Not that they like to go to farm, but they go with a polythene bag. Coming back, there are some leaves and some roots they have collected. They rush to the monastery. I know you people need this, especially philanthus.
Our other activities at Pax Herbal involves 1. Publication of research work in the natural, medical, and social sciences. 2. Community activation through the Association of EU Development and Educational Association, an independent self-governing body owned by the local community of EU in Edo State. 3. Development and ongoing evolution of the theory of communitalism. 4. The dissemination of integral research knowledge through a book series on innovation and transformation. 5. Annual/biannual international conferences on African knowledge systems. 6. Postgraduate degree programs on integral research and development. 7. Research and teaching partnership with universities and institutes worldwide. At Pax Herbal, we believe that true and lasting progress is only possible when science and technology grow out of its base on indigenous knowledge. To achieve its aims and objectives, Pax Herbals is in partnership with various institutions and government agencies, such as National Medicine Development Agency, NMMDA, National Office for Technology Acquisition and Promotion, NOTAP, National Institute for Cultural Orientation, NICO, National Council for Arts and Culture, NCAC, Rubber Research Institute of Nigeria, RORJNJ, National Institute for Pharmaceutical Research and Development, NIPRD, Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, PSN, Raw Material Research and Development Council of Nigeria, ROMRODC, Ambrose Ali University, AAU, Federal Institute of Industrial Research, OSHUDI, FIIRO, Nigeria Institute of Medical Research, NIMR. These mentioned amongst others. Pax Herbals, bringing health closer to the people.